Good day, my name is Mr. Announcer, and it is now time for the Balcony Brotherhood to read and respond to your
You've got
email.
We're mass communicating.
Dropping the guys a quick note is the best way to interact with the show, and you can do so by sending all your emails to balconybrotherhood@gmail.com. While Confucius may be misquoted here, the quote is still valuable advice. The man who asks a stupid question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask a stupid question is a fool for life. Gentlemen, it is time to read your emails.
Welcome back to the balcony for your July 12th email edition of the Balcony Brotherhood podcast. You know, every neighborhood has that one porch where if the lights are on, you know somebody's going to wander over before the night's over. So there'll be a cigar, a cold drink, and somehow a 5-minute conversation turns into an hour. I'm Tanner Blackheart, and I'm glad that you've pulled up a chair, and sitting across from me is a man who's developed a rather unique talent. He can read an email from someone he's never met, and 5 minutes later, make it feel like they've known each other for 20 years. I give you Mr. Paul Drake.
number 1.
And this first email comes from Brian in Louisville, Kentucky. He writes, Dear gentlemen on the balcony, your Father's Day episode hit me harder than I expected. My dad passed away 8 years ago, and I realize that there are still questions I'll never get to ask him. Thank you for reminding me that it's never too late to tell my own kids the things I had wished I had heard growing up. Well, Brian, thank you for sharing that with us. You know, we can't change the conversations we missed, but we can absolutely change the conversations our children will remember. Mr. Blackheart, what are your thoughts on this?
One of the hardest things about losing a parent is realizing there are questions that don't disappear just because time passes. Some of them never get answered. And eventually, you got to make peace with the fact that they probably won't. But Brian, come on, man. Truth be told, your email wasn't really about your father. It was about your children. And that's where my attention went. Every generation has an opportunity to hand something different to the next one. Sometimes it's wisdom, could be encouragement, or sometimes it's simply saying the words our kids need to hear while they're still here to say them. You can't rewrite yesterday, and none of us can. But tomorrow's still waiting on you. And I think your kids are going to benefit because you decided to stop and think about that.
Number 2.
And this email reads, Dear Balcony, I grew up without a father in the house, so your discussion made me think about the men who stepped in along the way. Coaches, neighbors, and one old boss that taught me lessons my father never could. I appreciated that you acknowledged those men too. And that's signed Steve in Boise, Idaho. Steve, that's a great reminder that fatherhood isn't always defined by biology. Thank you for honoring the men who chose to invest in your life. Mr. Blackheart, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, Mr. Drake, I'm going to be a little bit controversial on this one and say that I disagree with one part of Steve's email. Steve, you said that you grew up without a father. I don't know that you did. You grew up without your father. And those are two very different things. A coach can teach discipline. A neighbor can teach integrity. A boss, they can teach accountability. And not a single one of those people replaces dad. But every one of them can shape you as a young man. So sometimes life assembles a father out of several different people. And truth of the matter is, it sounds like yours did.
Number 3.
This email says, Dear Balcony Brotherhood, I really enjoyed the America at 250 episode with Mr. Will Becker. It was refreshing to hear a conversation about how our country's history that focused on gratitude and responsibility instead of just arguing over politics. It leaves me hopeful. And that's signed Mike in Richmond, Virginia. Mike, that's exactly what we would hope the listeners would take away from that episode. We surely appreciated Mr. Becker joining us. Thanks for listening and choosing hope over cynicism. Mr. Blackheart, tell us your thoughts on this one.
Yes. When I read this email at first, it made me smile. You know why? Because nowhere in this message were Republicans mentioned, Democrats, elections. The email talked about gratitude. So imagine that. Somewhere Along the way, we've convinced ourselves that loving your country automatically means hating somebody else's opinion. It doesn't. The 4th of July, it wasn't founded on unanimous agreement. It was founded on shared purpose. And the lesson? Yeah, it's in that.
Number 4.
This email comes from Alan in Springfield, Missouri. Alan writes, "Hello. I served in the military for over 20 years, and your discussion about preserving liberty for the next generation meant a lot to me. We don't always agree on everything as Americans, but we should all want to leave this country stronger than we found it." Alan, thank you for your service and for your thoughtful words. The idea of leaving something better behind is one we should all embrace. Mr. Blackheart, what are your feelings on this one?
Mr. Allen, 20 years. That's longer than some young adults have been alive. And you stood post while the rest of us slept. You missed birthdays and holidays and anniversaries. So when you tell me your hope is simply to leave this country stronger than you found it, I'm going to tell you, I'm inclined to just sit there and listen. Thank you.
Number 5.
This email reads, "Dear Balcony Brotherhood, it struck me that your last 2 episodes really connected. One was about a legacy for your family, and the other was about leaving a legacy for your country. That's a message more people need to hear." And that's from Chris in Tampa, Florida. Chris, I hadn't really thought of it that way, but you're absolutely right. Legacies are built one conversation and one decision at a time. Mr. Blackheart, tell us your thoughts.
Chris, can I turn your email around just for a second? And everyone that maybe have downloaded this podcast, think about this. 100 years from now, your maybe great-great-grandchildren won't know what truck you drove. They won't know what your salary was. They probably won't know where you lived. But they might know one story. Just one. What do you hope that story is? Because if you can answer that question, you're probably living a little bit more intentionally tomorrow than you were yesterday.
It's time to embark on a journey of enlightenment with the founder of Turning Leaf Solutions, Mr. Will Becker. With a passion for personal growth and empowerment, Mr. Becker has dedicated his life to helping individuals navigate the complexities of self-improvement. His 2-minute book review, while brief, is meant to inspire, motivate, and empower you with a tool to unlock your fullest potential.
Thanks for joining us here on the balcony for my bi-weekly book review. Today we're talking about Talent is Overrated by Jeff Colvin. Most people believe that the world's top performers, whether in sports, music, business, or anything else, are just born with natural talent. Colvin says that's mostly a myth. Sure, some people start with small advantages, but what really separates the greats from the rest of us isn't talent. It's something anyone can do. It's deliberate practice. So what is deliberate practice? It's not just putting in time or practicing the way most of us do. Deliberate practice is a focused, purposeful work. You set specific goals, push yourself just beyond your current skill level, and get constant feedback so that you can improve. It's often uncomfortable, it requires full concentration, and it's usually not very fun in the moment. However, Colvin gives some powerful examples in his book. For example, Mozart wasn't some instant genius. He put in thousands of hours of intense coach practice from a very young age. Tiger Woods became the best golfer in the world through years of deliberate, targeted training. Not just raw talent. Most people don't even know that he started swinging a golf club at the age of 3. Even in business, the most successful leaders got there through consistent, smart practice of key skills. It's not a whole lot of work. It's the consistent work. So the big takeaway is that you don't need to be born special to achieve amazing things. What you need is the right kind of practice over a long period of time. Take Michael Jordan, for example. He's a great example of this. When he got cut from his basketball team in high school, he shot baskets and practiced every night, 7 days a week. So that's why you need the right kind of practice over a long period of time. And anyone that is willing to commit to deliberate practice can get dramatically better at almost anything. It's about working smarter, staying consistent, and being willing to struggle and learn from mistakes. This book increased my personal confidence and hope in my own success journey. It also means for you that your future isn't limited by what we think we are born with, or what you think you were born with. It's shaped by what we are willing to work on day after day after day. It's definitely worth the read. My question for you is, what skill are you going to work on with deliberate practice? My friends, I'll see you in the next one. Keep rising. Thank you for joining us here on the balcony. And remember that books are the ultimate cheat code to life.
Happy birthday!
And it's time now for your celebrity birthday breakdown. Let's see who's getting another year older in Hollywood this week. I'm going to start off with actor Topher Grace from That 70s Show. He is turning 48 years old. Actress Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and Furious films, she is turning 48 years old as well. Next up we have actor Ken Jeong from The Hangover. He is turning 57 years old.
So long, gay boys!
This week, Star Trek actor Patrick Stewart, a.k.a. Jean-Luc Picard. He is turning 86 years old.
I suppose this means I can look forward to a week of continual harassment on this subject.
And finally, Star Wars and Indiana Jones actor Harrison Ford. That's right, Han Solo is turning 84 years old this week.
Who's scruffy looking?
And that's your celebrity birthday breakdown. For Tanner Blackart, I'm Paul Drake. The balcony is now closed.
Thank you for downloading the Balcony Brotherhood podcast. The information shared by your hosts is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. Opinions expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of affiliates or any platform on which you get your pods. We encourage you to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional regarding any of the topics discussed on the show. While the gentlemen strive for accuracy, we cannot guarantee all information shared is current or complete. Remember, this podcast is meant to spark conversation and share ideas. Stay curious and always ask questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss an episode. Until next time, my name is Mr. Announcer, encouraging you to be the best person that you can be. Cheerio and Hakuna Matata.
The person you are trying to call is watching this phone ring right now and is not going to answer. Please send a text message instead. Goodbye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.